Our first guest for FinTech Month is Raman Korneu, founder and CEO of myTU. myTU is a neobank that harnesses the power of cloud-only infrastructure and artificial intelligence to transform consumer banking. Raman, thank you so much for joining us to kick off the inaugural interview of FinTech Month. Um, First of all, I'd
Thank
love to
you.
hear more about your company offering and how it came about and how you decided to bring the idea into being an enterprise.
Oh, we had quite interesting journey from the very beginning. So you probably noticed it in our logo, yeah, in our brand, which is myTU. So initially it was like travel union. So we launched this company with my partner in 2019, yeah, and the name was Travel Union, and all the idea was concentrated in uh, like around service, like creating a bank, yeah, for travel industry, and creating like loyalty system for travel industry. And like we had at this time like several partners in travel industry. I mean, we still have them, yeah. But as you remember, so in 2019, beginning of 2020, so we had COVID, yeah. So nobody was interested in like any startups or in any companies related to travel. So it was a big problem, even for like email or message to be noticed by VC when you're sending and asking, like a pitch deck with the name of the company, Travel Union. Yeah. So at first we had to rename the company. Yeah. So we like call it myTU, yeah, My Travel Union. And then we just started rebuild our offer. Yeah, so we pivoted. So we created products for families and kids. Yeah, so I mean, like it was like second idea for us, but we just made this the first idea. So we created children accounts, like children app. Yeah, and for the first year, I think we advertised it as products for families and kids. And even right now, this like products for families and kids. So we still have around 10% of our clients like children. And I believe around 25-30% of overall our clients are like people, who open, for example, like parents. So, I mean, like you have one kid or two kids, it's probably like one or two parents. So we understand it's about 25 or 30% of our clients are mainly use our family products, and this is a very good niche of the market actually. So we pivoted, and another point was that, as I mentioned, nobody wanted to invest in like fintech related to travel. Yes, so we had to pivot, and we had very good lesson then. So we understood, we need to make this business as efficient as possible. Yeah, so we kind of like from the very beginning we had as a company very tough time. Yeah, and I mean this was like perfect lesson for us. Yeah, and a lot of people saying, those like startups and companies which survive like bad times since the beginning, grow strong, like become very strong companies later. So right now we have several offers. Yeah. So as I mentioned, we have mobile banking app. Yeah, for people. Also mobile banking app for children. Yeah, we so with also required functionality like cards, transactions, no, like everything you need. Yeah, so like different special tools like for money management, like everything. Yeah, so everything what a neobank, yeah, should have. Yeah. Another point, we have our own mobile bank. We are not sitting on somebody like as a bank service provider. So we have all the system is our own, yeah, including our mobile bank. So we also have corporate banking, like regular accounts, also mobile app and online banking for corporates. And in March, we launched payments APIs. Yeah, so this is tools which helps our corporate clients to automate their payments and to make like multiple payments with one click with high security from their own system, or to receive payments, yeah, through SEPA. Yeah, so and just for you to understand, so like the main customers for in this category are, for example, for payments API are consumer credit companies which needs to send money to a lot of accounts, like issuing loans, yeah, every day, like to thousands accounts, and to receive money. And also some like merchants or marketplaces which need to receive money from a lot of customers, like thousands of customers a day. So we have different offers, and returning back to our efficiency, from the very beginning we understood, okay, so to be efficient we need to create like the system ourselves. Yeah, so and my partner, yeah, in this business, Thomas, he is CTO. He's like super smart, yeah. So and we created, like he managed to create, yeah. So the core banking system, like 100% cloud based, yeah. And so from the very beginning we start automate processes and different scenarios and everything. And when GPT chat was launched, yeah, so it helps us a lot. So we like automated even more our processes. And I would say right now, probably we're the only, the most, powered by AI cloud based neobank. Yeah, just how it could be like proved. Yeah, so for you to understand, so we are a bank providing all the payment services to different categories of clients. And like we have like, I don't know, like thousands of transactions daily, and like millions of turnover, and only 25 people working in the company. Yeah.
Wow, you covered so much ground with that answer. So if I can just take it back to something that you said very early, because I think that our audience will be really interested in it. Um, that's such an extensive pivot from your original idea to what myTU is now, and you've done it so successfully. Um, do you have any advice for founders who are forced to make that kind of decision?
Um, so main advice probably, to be as efficient as possible. Yeah. So to try to, like I don't know, like it's probably like simple advice. Yeah, I heard it when I started this business many times. That cash is king. Yeah, and it's important to count every penny. Yeah, to understand, especially like in the very beginning. And because sometimes you just dependent, yeah. And to innovate, yeah, to risk and to innovate all the time, yeah. To don't like try to change something all the time, to try to find new markets, new ideas, yeah. So this is super important, yeah. Don't there are like a lot of times you feel like it's this is the end, nothing can be done, yeah. But this is like probably the best time, the best opportunity to change something, yeah. So this is like at this challenging time, you can find out new way, yeah. And you understand, like probably was like way out, this is like way for new development, yeah. So each crisis brings new ways how to further develop the business.
I can imagine that it's quite a test of morale as well. Just zooming out slightly to look at the wider industry, fintech's seen such rapid growth in recent years, and a lot of fluctuation as well. Where do you see the industry heading in the next 5, 10 years? What do you think are the key trends?
I mean, it was like in the very beginning, we had probably the peak, of development of like the industry was in 2021, yeah, 22. Yes, there were a lot of fintechs, a lot of like neobanks, yeah. And but like personally at our company, we call them like a lot of them like marketing projects. Yeah, why? Oops. Because to be a real fintech, to be a real bank, yeah. So banking is a business where you make decisions based and control the risks. Yeah, so you understand, assess the risk, and make decisions. So, and here it's very important to have your own license, yeah, to be licensed and to have direct relationship with your counterparts, yeah, and to have your own uh, IT, yeah, product, IT core, yeah, stack. Because what I saw, uh, probably like 70 or even 80% of the fintechs, these neobanks, they were just companies sitting on somebody else license, under umbrella of somebody else license, as a bank, or yeah, and sitting on somebody else tech stack. So effectively, they didn't have any like asset or value for investors. Yeah, and the main goal for a lot of them was, to pump a lot of money in the marketing and to create very large like customer base. Yeah, and you probably saw a lot of them, and a lot of them just passed away in 2023. And I mean, this was clear. Yes. So when you don't have any innovation solution, you just dependent on, and you don't make any decision. Yeah. So you're just dependent on the like compliance or risk management of a bank. Yeah. And they decide what product you would introduce. Yeah. Or what product they would prohibit to you. And also you're dependent on some third-party IT service providers. And if you want to like to change button in your app, yeah, or I don't know, to do some new product, you need to wait for another 6-7 months. Yeah, so this was the main issue. Yeah, so they wasn't able to innovate. Yeah, so it was a lot of marketing projects. But right now, I see, like after 2023, a lot of these companies just passed away. Yeah, and I mean, like we ourselves feel more stable and confident right now. So we have like better customer flow. Yeah. So because this like noise, yeah, it is kind of like already left the market. Yeah. And we have, I believe right now, just strong, powerful company working in the industry.
Mm. So moving on to look at the demographics of your user base, who do you think
Mhm.
is it that seems to be on the hunt for a different kind of solution? Who's benefiting the most from neobanking and recent innovation in fintech?
Well, neobanks usually, take some more risky. Like there are two categories, yeah, which neobanks usually start, serve, and grow. Yeah, so you either take like risky category, yeah, which other banks, regular banks don't take, yeah, or you innovate, yeah, and you make this like onboarding or transactions or payments, much easier and for customers. Yeah, so when you have a combination of both, yeah, so you both take risk and you innovate, yeah, so this is like a perfect match, yeah, and then you are real like fintech, yeah. So in our case, as I mentioned, we have like several categories. So first, where I started, we have like adults and kids. Yeah, so this is like families with kids. This is like our first category, which like creates around 25 to 30%. Yeah, why? Because we open real IBAN accounts for kids, provide cards, and all this is done online. Yeah, so like and I think none of other neobanks provide IBAN accounts. Yeah, open real accounts for kids. Yeah, so usually our competitor just make a duplicate of parents card for a kid. Yeah, but not real account. So we do. Uh, this is so innovation in automation of the process and opening kids accounts online. Yeah, so and this is kind of additional risk, yeah, because none of our competitors is doing this. So other big category like digital nomads, so people who, for example, travel. Yeah, so let's say they're originally from, I don't know, Poland or Lithuania and live, let's say, in Spain. Yeah, so and they need account for themselves or for their company, which they can use everywhere. Yeah, and it's very easy, to manage. And so this is like probably our second category gets probably around another 25%. Then we have like migrants, yeah, so people who uh, entered Europe from other countries. Yeah, so at this moment we have more than 120 passports, yeah, as our clients, and so 30 of them are European. Yeah, so uh, the rest 90 is like from all over the world. Uh, Again, this is for old banks. You know, this is additional risk. They usually don't onboard such customers. Yeah, so we do. Yeah, so we do analysis of their documents. Yeah, so usually we require from them also like working visa or residential permit. But you know, we do this onboarding and opening accounts online. Yeah, so and they like our services. And there is different other clients who we still this have this travel arm, and we have loyalty system for travels, and we develop our marketplace for travels. And a lot of people they just use for example in their home country their like main bank, yeah, but when they travel they need like another bank or like another card uh, which they can easily use somewhere else, and don't be afraid that information from this card can be stolen, because they keep just some small amount necessary amount of money at this card. So this is like probably the third, like the fourth category of our clients. Another point, so we I think provide like the best exchange rate. Yeah, so when you travel somewhere and you are paying in foreign currency, so our card would provide like the best exchange rate. So this is probably like all the four categories we serve.
Mm. And you're distinguishing yourself from other banks in terms of these services that you offer that they refuse to. So obviously you are taking on a level of risk there. I'd love to know how your team internally, presumably risk analysis is quite a heavy focus of the company.
Oh, I mean, like, so we use, as I mentioned, we use artificial intelligence in a lot of our processes. Yeah, and probably this is the reason why we can take additional risky categories of clients. Yeah, or allow ourselves, to take more risk. For example, we use artificial intelligence in all anti-money laundering processes like QAC, know your customer, know your business processes. We use in identification of fraud cases, in sanction screening, in risk screening. We also use in customer support. I mean, in all of these processes, we use artificial intelligence. Yeah, so this is, I mean, it could be like a separate discussion. Yeah, so because at first point, so we have like some small features like translation or recognition of documents and so on. And going deeper, we have different scenarios when system recognize, is it like fraudulent case, or is it like acceptable client or acceptable transaction. And also the system not just recognize it, it also collect all the information. And in the end, about 85% of clients and 90% of transaction going through the system automatically. Yeah, and 15% of clients and 10% of transaction if they are stopped. Yeah, so the system collect all the information about it, and our risk officer just need to make decision based on collected information. Yeah. And more to this, when they write, answer, or request information from the client, system helps them to create this message. And so probably this is it. Yeah. So, and we constantly develop it. Yeah. And in
I'm
case,
sorry to interrupt you. Can I just check? Is this is all built in house, presumably?
yes, this is all built in the house. Yes. And in case, for example, in the regular bank, yeah, so you need to have like 100 or 1,000 people, doing this. In our case, this is a system doing all this analysis. Yeah.
That's remarkable because clearly it's so robust because you're
I mean,
heavily
it is.
relying on
It
it.
is. Yeah. It is. Yeah.
We've covered a lot about your use of AI. I know that cloud infrastructure is such a is like a really predominant part of um, the company and the your offering. I'd love to hear more about how you're utilizing like your specific cloud infrastructure and how that helps your users.
Um, I mean, cloud infrastructure. So from the beginning, we were selecting, how to build the system, yeah, and we decided to build on Google Cloud, and we use Google Cloud Spanner platform, yeah. So this is kind of distributed database, yeah, new technology of Google. It's super reliable, yeah, and I think we are the only bank, which built core banking on this database. Yeah, so we are talking with Google and they recognize it. Yeah, and another point. So our cost per our infrastructure per month is less than €1,000. Yeah. So for you to understand, like if you're a bank and you have all the servers and the price could be like 100,000. Yeah. And in our case, this is just less than €1,000 a month. And so we can open account up to 10,000 clients a day. Yeah. And this is limited by our like service providers. We use a service provider for recognition of documents. Yeah. So because if service provider would like in our case this could be like 100,000, yeah, so no problem because our system works and can do it, and we can have millions of clients in the database. And another point, so all this, because we use cloud, all the transaction and all the information in the system is you know sorry, yeah, so it's replicate all the time, all over the world. Yeah, so you do transaction and it's like everywhere in the world like the same transaction, so it's seen like from, so you don't need to do this like replication and of all the like transaction or databases from time to time, or just in the evening, this, or at night, how like other banks do. Yeah.
I'm sure any like fintech founders watching this conversation will be snapping up all of these hacks because that's kind of wow, that's like incredibly useful. We're coming up to the end, but just to as a last question, we'd love to hear about myTU's plans for the future and anything that you think will be particularly important over the next 10 to 6 to 8 months.
Um, so the next important feature. So as I mentioned, so we're right now working as probably 100% like transactional banks. So we do transactions, issue cards, um, like serve accounts, keep money of clients. So recently we obtained consumer credit license, yeah, and we want to launch travel now, pay later loans. Yeah, I think the first these loans will be issued in December, and we believe this would be very interesting product because everybody heard about BNPL, yeah, buy now pay later, and there are, I mean, not a lot of companies are working with travel now, pay later, but this is like very interesting market. Yeah, a lot of people. Just for you to understand, the logic. Yeah. So, for example, a lot of people just planning the trip in advance. Yeah, but you don't have like money to pay for your tickets, but you understand your tickets are cheaper, right, if you buy it, let's say right now in October, let's say for May, yeah, rather than you buy it in May. Yeah, so you can take a loan for this. Yeah, and this is kind of additional liquidity for travel industry, and they're ready to pay to us for this, like because for them right now is a low season, and in May it would be high season, and this is like cheaper price for you, so you are ready to buy to pay some interest to us. And another point, so we kind of like help you and help the industry and get return from this. And these loans are less risky because if clients is not paying, you still can kind of resell the service, yeah, until it's traveled. And other interesting part is kind of upgrade. Yeah, for example, you are going and you have money for let's say 4-star hotel. Yeah, but we can offer you a loan and you would buy like 5-star hotel. Yeah, so it's like very small amount. So we plan to launch it probably like soft launch will be in December, and by in the winter, like in spring, we will launch this product on the market.
It's such a great full circle that you've come from that pivot away from travel and that now travel is recovering and you're able to
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
um,
we're coming back here. We're coming back here. Yeah. And I'm
perfect.
not
Well, Raman,
like, the most like interesting, yeah. So because we have a lot of other like payment solutions, like different acquiring methods and so on, but this is more technical and more for like experts, yeah, in the industry. So it's not so like interesting.
oh, I don't think so. I think it's very interesting. Raman, thank you. You've covered so much. Thanks for such an insightful
Thank
conversation. We
you.
really appreciate it.